Even amid the coronavirus pandemic, the 2020 census count continues, and census volunteers are taking caravans through the South Bay to reach hard-to-count areas. Fox 5's Liberty Zabala joins us from Kimball Park in National City with why volunteers say they need to focus on these areas.
Volunteers say the South Bay has a very low response rate to the census, and since they can't go knocking on people's doors during this pandemic, they hopped into a caravan to make sure everyone counts. If you heard honking in your neighborhood, it may mean you haven't filled out your census yet.
We want to encourage individuals to complete their census to ensure that we are able to adapt.
$675 billion of federal funds is at stake.
Volunteers say nearly 4 out of 10 households have not yet replied to the 2020 census. They also say National City is one of the communities in the region at risk of not being fully counted.
It happens only once every 10 years, so we need to re-educate our community in participating.
They couldn't knock on doors to reach these so-called hard-to-count areas because of this pandemic, so they drove through the streets instead.
Social distancing right now is being adhered to encourage individuals to wear their face masks today and to really remain in their own cars as well as we continue going out through the community.
Their route focused on landmarks of Filipino and Asian Pacific Islander organizations, including businesses, schools, senior housing, veteran organizations, and churches. They also say Asian and Latino households are often left out of the census because families worry about reporting their citizenship status.
There's also concerns of are they going to ask about citizenship and legality? That is not one of the questions.
But they say an inaccurate count could mean loss of federal funding towards schools, roads, health care, and more.
We all need to be counted so that we can receive federal funds so that affordable housing for older adults is available. Section 8 vouchers are available. Free lunch programs for our kids. Our Head Start preschool program is also federally funded.
Now it's also Now, it's also important to note you could face a fine of up to $5,000 if you do not fill out the census. Meanwhile, people in the county can still fill out the census by phone, by mail, or online. For now, in National City, Liberty Zabala, Fox 5 News.